Every band says like, oh, you know, this is our best album, you know, whenever they're recording a new album. We'll leave it up for the fans to decide if it's our best album, but we feel like we've been able to have the most control over the content and the process of this album, from like writing it and just planning and starting to like pick producers and starting to decide, you know, where we want to go to record, and to even, you know, having the concept of the record, which we've never had before we've actually recorded, to having ideas for the art, which is something that is like always an afterthought. And going into this recording process, I think we had a good idea of like where our hearts were and what we wanted to get off our chests. So this whole process was a lot different than all the other albums we've done. Not to say any of those other albums were bad, but this album really hits home for us, you know, in our present lives.
Great. It's great.
Something like that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That sounded like Jay was a race car driver.
But it's like a different take. It's like influenced by.
It literally sounded exactly like it.
No, like it's our song though. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna put it in the bridge.
Whose song?
Ours. The next one.
Ours is your side project you're doing by yourself.
No,
right?
no. The next song we're about to record. That's the bridge.
Period R period D period S, like ours, which is your side project that
ours.
Yeah.
We decided on Matt Goldman for our producer for this album, just because of the tone of his records. You know, whether it was Under Oath or Oceana's EP or The Chariot and all these bands we've either grown up listening to or become friends and toured with. We've only heard great things about him as a person and as a producer, and his work speaks for itself. From everything we heard, we were like, this sounds like he's probably the one for us. I mean, the scheduling with when we wanted to record it wasn't exactly perfect, but we were like, you know what, let's move some stuff around, like we'll just make it work. And we got in here and just banged it out in less time than we've ever recorded an album, and it's just gone better than we could have ever imagined.
I kind of like the high guy. Fine.
I like it better too.
End
in the right spot.
Yeah.
Too.
Give me the perfect spot. Wow!
Seems pretty in tune. Did it sound out of tune? Or you just checked?
Just then it did. Maybe you hit it too hard, too soft or something. If you put a TDM plugin on before it tricks it and lets you, and you can run the RTest plugin.
Oh.
Kind of weird.
I know every person, including myself, you know, compares a band's newest work to their older works, you know, like, well, their first album was better because they were more raw, or like, oh, their later stuff was good because they really figured out who they were. To give fans any idea of where I think it comes from, has the seriousness and darkness that we had of Curses. We're going through a lot of loss and a lot of hardship, and so that kind of fueled that. On A New Hope, the title speaks for itself. We were trying to pull ourselves out of a rut, you know, having a rough time on the road, and just we wanted to give it a different kind of perspective. And let's just really like take problems in our lives and try to form a solution. For this one, I feel like we've kind of mixed them. We're dark and we're pissed off, but we are still trying to find the light in the dark. As anyone's everyday lives, you know, everyone goes through this. We're not anything special. We go through hard times just like anyone else. So I think we really have come full circle and kind of done everything that we've done before, but also added what we're feeling now and all our influences to date.
It's a liqueur distilled from the elderflower.
Elderflower.
It's delicious. It's expensive,
but
when you mix it with champagne,
oh boy, I don't care. It's my birthday.
Yeah, I'm 26.
Definitely little birthday hats.
Birthday hats.
If we had money, we would have all this stuff. I mean, we would have done something fun.
Tomorrow at sushi we go to dinner. I'll strip at dinner.
All right, so we're gonna try to give Sean an appropriate birthday here.
Sean's 26th birthday.
Yeah, we don't have candles, so we're just putting a match in it.
Birthday.
Ready?
Baby brownie. Yeah, let's
Hey,
try
shut that off. Start singing now.
We've been, plugging away for the last 5 to 6 years on a previous label, Epitaph, and we were kids basically. I mean, we were all 20 or 19 when we first got called up by Epitaph. We were all in school or working or whatever, and we felt like it was such a big opportunity that how could we even think of passing this up? We got to drop everything and do it right there. So kind of sealed our own fate by jumping headfirst into an industry we didn't really know anything about. We just figured that it would just be a certain way, and then we found out it wasn't, and it was still a lot of DIY, still a lot of hard work that needed to be done on our part. Not to say that, they were never there for us, but we felt like such a big label, and they got so much going on that we were getting overlooked, and we kept telling ourselves, it's not it, that's not it, just year by year. Things started to just grow sour. We felt like promises weren't being kept, and that for the sake of our career, we needed to move on. Just getting a little look here. Going to pick up Nick, who has had the unfortunate business of having the band die on him.
Ooh, so close. Oh!
Just here, and then I was like, oh, damn. I think it'll make it. You're right. Right onto the metal, right where the screws are and everything.
Yeah.
Just...
Ready? Yeah! Whew!
How's the burrito? Thank you very much. It's great.
No problem. In separating with, our old label, we were able to really search for the right fit for us. When we came across Artery and Razor and Tie, it seemed like they were on the same page as us. We finally felt like we were connecting with people who had the same ideas as we did for our band. We're really excited to have this full length come out on a new label. We have a lot of hope for the future with people we have working with us now that we've learned how to have the most control over our band and work as well as we can within the industry with what we know about it now. So when this album comes out, everyone will get to see what Vanna really is capable of. We're glad to show people how we've done it, leave nothing out, just be completely honest with the state of our band and with who we are as people and musicians, in hopes to connect to people going through similar things in their life.